Good morning, man. God damn, bro. It's like every time there's a conservative on the panel, I gotta fight fucking lies. Because that's not what happened. What fucking happened was, he said my voice wouldn't be effective because it'd be solo. And then Shad said, okay, so you expect your voice to be impactful on YouTube. Why won't you apply that same theory? What I have to say carries weight. What I have to say will have an impact. Why wouldn't you transfer this ideology of having weight and your criticisms being the fucking help to the black community? Why would you not take a real life situation where your voice could be impactful to your child that you claim is the reason, the only thing you got to care about? Shit don't make sense.
Run! It's a stampede!
Hamp the Stampede. DJ Hamp the Stampede.
It's fantastic. What's poppin'?
Yo, what up, what up?
What's goody, man?
Shit, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's the word?
Yeah, man. Shout out to August, bro. Shout out to August, man. Y'all jumped my boy in, you know. And August did what so many people are afraid to do, and he just told the truth, man. He actually told the situation. He told you what he doing in the situation, and you know, judgment was passed when we know this Hamp. Reason why me and you get together, get along so well, bro, because me and you both know if we say we about some shit, we about it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Agreed.
a fact. Yes, sir.
What percentage of people, not men, not with just people, do you feel like, Hamp, you had to put a percentage on it, would be in that realm?
Do what they say they're gonna do, 100%.
Yeah, regardless. Challenges, do the unthinkable. What you say?
20%.
20%. I think you too high, but let's stay with 20%. Now, Hamp, what happened was whenever you say some shit and you judging it, again, you don't see you doing it, but I understand where you coming from because, you know what I'm saying, that's the way you operate. You tell us every time, the way you do anything, one thing is the way you do everything, right? Yeah. You live by that. That's your mantra, and you hold everybody to your standard. I'm a little soft because I understand that everyone can't do that. I believe you set people up for failure when you hold them to a standard they cannot achieve. And even trying to push them to something. If we made everybody be who's the greatest linebacker of all time?
Ray
LT
Lewis
or Ray Lewis? Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
If we held everyone to a Ray Lewis standard, how many people would even get close?
Most, like 99% of people wouldn't get close.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I have the thing in understanding this, and this is why great coaches understand it. Certain people play certain roles, and certain people have certain limitations. And to August's point, August does what 99% of parents do anyway. Listen, but one, shout out to him because what's the hardest thing in the world to prove, Hamp, when you talk about racism?
Racism.
Proving it. You got to have examples. You got to have a log of it. You got to have hardcore, whatever, unsurmountable, pretty much a motherfucker on camera or recorded saying something racist or doing something racist. So August not articulating that fully is just going through the process of saying, hey, man, well, you know what? If I know this motherfucker racist and I don't have the grounds and the things and so on and so forth to do it, I'm going to do what's best for my kid, and I'm going to move my kid so my kid can be successful. Now, some people can see that as running, but it's not. It's running if he's thinking through this logically and being like, well, shit, me calling the motherfucker racist and not having the, hardcore, undeniable evidence to prove it, two different things. And now I'm giving my child unnecessary anguish too because you know how shit happen, Hamp. If you go at a system, who they come at?
A person within it.
Thank you. The people that they can control within the system. And the wonderful thing about this, Hamp, I think I told you, I don't know if I told them. Remember I told you they kicked my son out of the basketball team on some bullshit?
Yeah.
Guess what me and my ex did, Hamp?
What?
Went to fucking war. What was the outcome, Hamp?
I can't remember. He back on the team,
we
right?
fucking won. We won. Yeah. Remember I showed the picture of my son holding the fucking championship trophy at the fucking basketball team?
Yeah.
Right? So the thing that me and you have, Hamp, is I know for sure when you say some shit, you talking about life experience. Now, the wonderful thing about motherfuckers in the chat that want to, oh, yeah, coward and this and that. Hamp, I tell you what, at least 85% of these motherfuckers, Hamp, what they did in 2020?
Go inside.
What else they did, Hamp?
2020. What the fuck was 2020? Did they get
Yeah,
caught?
2020. Nigga, you know what 2020 was?
I can't remember. COVID,
They
right?
stayed their ass inside. They put the mask on. They took the shot. They did everything motherfucker told them to do. Hands down. Undoubtedly.
80%
They
took the shot.
plus 80%. I'm just saying in the chat.
Oh,
I'm being generous. Now these same motherfuckers that claim they would, I'm gonna fight the power, I'm gonna this, I'm gonna that, and blah, 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 blah. Right? Remember how I told you, I had to fucking lay it down and go halfway there because I didn't get the mRNA shit, but I got the Johnson & Johnson shit. I took the shot, you know what I'm saying, one shot. But hey, they came around the second time, hell, what my stupid ass did.
you fought the power, right?
Stayed on the fucking boat. Motherfuckers laugh in my face. Oh, nigga, it's just a shot, nigga. It's just a this, a that. Have fun on the boat. You know, people that's my people that I was cool with and shit, right? So, Hamp, the wonderful thing about this, bro, is I've been there, done that, right? I done went to war. I done won the fucking unwinnable. Mm-hmm. I done motherfucking suffered through the motherfucking shit on this principle shit. Hamp, how many motherfuckers really live by this principle shit, Hamp?
Not many. Not many.
So shout out to August. Shout out to August for being human, bro, and just being real and saying what most of the people would do. That's all I'm saying, right?
I know. But here, and I'm saying but on purpose. Your fucking kid, aligned with August's talking points, where doing well for your family is good enough. You know, we have that conversation. And when your kid is in dire straits in a place where he's being treated unfairly, you remove yourself in him, right? You avoid that fight. Because here's what he said. He don't have enough dads with him to fight it. See, that part, that you got to be the spearhead. He don't want to
I got you.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I got you. No, I'm just saying. I wasn't interjecting. I said I'm agreeing. Go ahead. I want to.
So when you talking like that, I'm like, damn. I'm already questioning low-level threat of violence. Right? We talking about women run all our relationships. You know, and then when I'm saying, hey, help the community, my brother August said, no, me helping my family is good enough. And then in a tangible example, when you there for your son, you unwilling to fight that fight. We don't understand competition, bro. We let people disrespect us day in and day out about any fucking thing. And that is sickening. And that's the thing. You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's me though. But and at the same time, I think that's another thing too, Hamp. Personality traits are our thing, bro. Okay. But to August's point, right? I'm saying this, and I agree with him. Claiming that, and him saying it, I don't know what happened or what transpired. He didn't give us really details, but he just saying, "Oh, that motherfucker racist, bro." You would need a group of people to confirm this. One man saying it and pushing that being the cause for the removal of a principal. Hemp. We ain't talking about a teacher. We ain't talking about a motherfucking a PE coach. The principal, brother, you have to have a lot of work there. So what do? Do you put yourself and your family into a pretty much unwinnable battle, or do you motherfucking change the fucking battlefield and live the fight another day and just restart? I don't think that's cowardice. I think he really did in that case, if that's the situation, is doing the best possible thing for his child. Now, I don't think the child will have an understanding or whatever if they would have asked the question to where, I think August's kids aren't that old. They like elementary school or middle school or something, right?
Middle school.
I don't think they're that old.
Middle school.
Yeah, middle school. But even still in that case, I don't think it's to the level of where it would be something that I would have to even explain to them, explain how and why it happened and so on and so forth, right? But be that the case, if anything, that's when I explained to him, and again, with you always bringing in the, vocabulary, a period victory. If we go through this and the end result is more likely than not going to be at, let's say, at 90+%, we're not going to get the fucking principal removed. I'm calling the fucking principal a racist. And now my child is in this environment that I've made toxic for him and made it even more difficult for him to be successful. Well, what did I do? Did I help my child or did I hurt him?
So here, I understand what you're saying. If all things that you're saying are true in the example, right? I'm saying like in your hypothetical, how you're describing it, the answer would be your child would be in trouble, right? However, as fathers, you are a perfect example of that is not the case. When they try to play your son, you played them, and he had the trophy later. If I walk up in Big Chua school and I say you don't do this, that, and the third, people gotta tend to that. They so accustomed to seeing mom. And so now I'm talking to a father about his son being treated unfairly, and he flees the situation. I just can't get jiggy with that shit.
Yeah, man. And in most cases, Hamp, I agree. But being the case that he gave, and the thing that you would have to prove would be the most difficult thing to prove, right? And the most egregious accusation you could give to an educator at that level, right? And then have to prove it, bro, and everything that came with that. Nah, I agree with him, because that could follow your kid past that, right? That could follow your kid even past that school. That could be a district-wide thing if you're the parent that raises the flag among, you know what I'm saying, against a principal claiming that this person is, you know, a racist and so on and so forth. Yeah. And if you're a principal, for the most part, you know what I'm saying, you have a decent rapport within the, you know. So I'm just saying, I understand where August is coming from. It's not, and again, all you nigga, if you ain't never fought, man, I just laughing at you niggas, because I know you niggas. See, again, me and Hamp can have this conversation because me and Hamp are the like. You motherfuckers in the chat is just chatting shit and talking shit, bro. Y'all ain't never fought for them, bro. Y'all ain't never sacrificed.
And Mr. Fantastic, just the last thing, right? Because August, that's my man, right? I'm aligning him with everything he says. You see? So what he says and what I know, right? Just things that I know, you know, in private conversation, like he's showed gumption before. That's why when I'm talking to him direct, like I'm not expecting this type of answer. And then it's not about putting my son in harm's way. It's saying I won't be effective because I'm dolo and I need to allocate my time to other things like making reaction videos. And that you definitely have, but I think that was I want to say it was too strict of the parameters put on that, right? Of course, everybody's gonna say that. Oh, I'd rather fucking make a video. I'd rather make content to fight for my son. Y'all framed it that way so he was stuck in that cage where he couldn't get out. But I'm pretty. Come on now, like I said, that's clearly not what the man would do in the cases and so on and so forth. But with that being the frame that's set in the where he's working from, he's at a deficit. I don't think he's gonna be overcome. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. Fuck it. Like I said, nigga, fuck YouTube. You know what I mean? Here's the thing, right?
But, so when it comes to my kids, but you know what I mean?
Shad has said it, right? But I'm saying but on purpose. He responded to it like, nah. Because what if I make a video like it just
that's what I'm saying.
But that's not a fair.
Good morning, Cheeky. Good gracious.
Good morning, man. God damn, bro. It's like every time there's a conservative on the panel, I gotta fight fucking lies because that's not what happened. What fucking happened was he said my voice wouldn't be effective because it'd be solo, and then Shad said, okay, so you expect your voice to be impactful on YouTube. Why won't you apply that same theory? What I have to say carries weight. What I have to say will have an impact. Why wouldn't you transfer this ideology of having weight and your criticisms being the fucking help to the black community? Why would you not take a real life situation where your voice could be impactful to your child that you claim is the reason, the only thing you got to care about? Shit don't make sense.
Okay.
So we got to stop making it seem like Shad set something up when he did not.
That's better.
No, that does make sense. He wouldn't get enough super chats.
Come on, Black Dawn. Good morning, man.
Damn, bro.
Good morning, chat.
Mr. Fantastic. Cheeky's accurate. Shad's point about the content was you expect your voice to be heard. He's saying you come a content creator because you think you're influential in what you say and how you move. That was Shad brought it in, not the making the videos aspect. Like because I kind of remembered it how you did too. But that's what Shad did say. That's a fact.
Okay, well, I didn't see that part. I just saw I didn't even see Shad said in the front. I saw Hinks responding to it.
That's what,
so okay. I saw all the back and forth I started from was the Hink situation from this morning. I didn't see it from when it was posted tonight.
Yeah,
right.
I got you.
So my bad if I stand corrected if Cheeky properly framed it.
Real
what I'm
quick.
saying, go ahead,
Oh, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Well,
No,
real
go
quick. I
ahead.
mean, he said something else that y'all not highlighting. He was like, "That would be something I need to do. That would be something that the faculty and the staff. That's something for them to handle, or something for them to do."
Bro, come on,
And
man.
and you know, Cheeky, you know that video that like I actually made like an effort post for one time in my life, and not actually just fucking around, but I actually put some effort into that shit. Remember point one? They have solutions. The problem with their solutions that it's either proposed, it's either rooted in passing the buck of responsibility or morality to somebody else. I told you I was gonna have it. That's what they do. That's it.
Like,
That's their entire MO.
Who's the they, Black Dawn?
So it's a conservative people that come on the panel, right? So Cheeky made a video and I made a comment underneath that video and I methodically and I tried my best.
Conservative.
Yeah, and I try my best to methodically like break down like how they respond and how they move and how they talk about certain topics, right? And one of the things that he did that August so hilariously displayed was they don't really have any real solutions. They just pass the buck of responsibility to other parties, right? They don't really have a real solution how to actually engage in like these real life things. It's just that's somebody else's problem. Fuck it. But hey, I just thought that was funny. Like I just don't understand it. But Mr. Fantastic though. But it's like I'm not like a rumble tumble type of nigga either. Like I think that's perfectly abundantly obvious. But you saying that the average person is not gonna like do nothing
Yes.
at all. I'm not
yes.
saying you have to do like violence or none of that. But
Yes.
you're not gonna like.
Yes, Black Dawn. First and foremost, brother, you don't got kids, right? And I'm not saying this as negative or disqualified.
No, I don't.
Yeah, bro, most of these kids don't give a fuck. Most of these parents give a fuck about their kids, bro. Their kids can't read. Their kids can't do math. They send their kids to school for fucking daycare purposes, brother. I know you looking confused, but yes, bro. Most of these people use school as a way to get away from their fucking kids, and they don't have to whatever, right? They're not concerned with their education. They don't keep up with their grades. Hell, you can look at fucking Baltimore, shit, and a lot of these major cities that get some of the most money are the worst fucking systems, right?
So we're saying majority of black parents.
Yes, do not give a fuck.
Do not give a fuck.
Do not give a fuck about that. Well, I won't say majority. I won't say majority. Even though I think we're at the lowest proficiency in math and reading, I still won't say majority. Okay.
I want to be careful because this is one of the things that Shad like highlights, and you know I agree with him.
Well, that's why I'm saying I wouldn't say majority, but I'm definitely going to say 49%.
So 49% of black people do not give a fuck about their
don't give a fuck, bro.
That's 50-50, bro. Can we
don't give a fuck.
Mr. Fantastic, I think.
What supports my point? Hold on now, Cheeky. Where you gonna lose at? And you missed the stats. And you missed the what's name. When you look at the fucking proficiencies, it's going to more than prove my point.
When I look at the proficiencies of the United States, absolutely.
We're still lower than fucking Mexicans in reading.
But the point that you're trying to make is, again, you're making this thing a single black issue, and it is not. You do realize that the current United States reading level is the 6th grade. They are functionally illiterate, and that is a United States issue. And if we want to get into it, we can, because then we'll get into politics, and then that's really gonna be your ass. Because guess who's cutting funds to education?
Bubbles.
Republicans. Conservatives.
Like majority of the like.
Hold on. See, this is why we don't want to do this. Because we're not trying to make it a political show. I'm just trying to say I know what I'm talking about because I do look this stuff up. Now, here's one thing I will say to bring the topic back in hand. You can't have some nigga tell us that his criticisms, which is his only fucking words, is the biggest impact that he can give. But when it comes to his own fucking bloodline, he can't say anything because he's by himself. Well, no, and then you want me to really consider, any words coming from any man that's conservative and won't lend any actual help, respectable. Any criticism, none of it is respectable. It's disgusting. And the fact that somebody can find a way to even try to maneuver past this as if this is okay, it's frustrating because there'll be the same niggas that tell you black people ain't shit, but don't do shit to help. But you won't do shit for your kids either, based on your own words.
No, and again, that's what I'm saying. You're holding him to the exact thing that he said, you're not giving it any nuance or any reality to the situation, which
Nuance.
I explained, which I explained before you got up here. So I'm gonna ask you, maybe you didn't hear it. Cheeky, how difficult is it to prove someone being a racist?
It's not about proving someone being a racist.
Yes, it is. I'll just answer the question.
No, it is not.
Yes,
no,
it
is
is.
not.
With the scenario, since you came
no,
up here and
no,
you
it's
gave,
not.
hold on.
No, it's not.
You
no, it's
came
not.
up here and you gave the fucking proper.
You are bypassing all of the things that he said and his reasoning for not doing it.
I'm going off the basis of the context or the scenario. Start there. You can't go after everything after the scenario. You must first start with the scenario. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me, but my understanding is there is a racist principal at his child's school. That is a scenario, right?
Yes.
All right. So we have to start there. So now that we've established that this is a scenario that any and every answer or response is being given upon, now my question is this, as I asked you again. How difficult is it to prove someone being a racist?
The same way that they gave you a scenario that says he is racist lets me know there's enough evidence. How about that?
No, it doesn't. Y'all say people
Hamp,
racist every day.
Was that
Niggas
a
say
real
white
life
folks
scenario?
racist every day, bro. So I'm gonna ask you again. How difficult is it to prove that someone is a racist, bro?
It's not that
Especially a
difficult.
principal.
It is
Yes,
not
it
that
is. It's
difficult.
extremely difficult.
No, it is
Tiki,
not.
Your suspicion, your speculation without solid evidence and proof of either racist speech.
How did he get the title of racist?
I don't know. That's what no one knows.
Okay, so that's the point. You're trying to go through the scenario itself, not realizing that in the scenario, if they're saying something is a given,
It's not
we
a day.
accept
It's
that.
one person at this time, and it's August. This is August assessment.
I'm saying they because the scenario was not introduced by August. I'm saying the people that introduced the scenario. So
that's
if
why
the people that introduced the scenario is giving you this analogy or giving you a real life situation, and your response to it is, well, how do we know he's racist? It's already accepted by the scenario itself. So if he is
you
racist,
have to
got enough
prove
evidence.
it.
Even if he has all the evidence, he said he wouldn't do it because he was solo dolo. I don't have to
I didn't hear him
prove
say that.
anything.
I didn't hear him say that.
Okay, so you're not paying attention. This is not on me.
I am paying
This
attention.
is on you.
I didn't hear him saying without evidence I would not do anything about it. I did not hear him
He
say
said
that.
I wouldn't say anything because I don't have enough black men to help. That's what he said.
Even
So
if,
regardless of it being a scenario, you can, well, how do we know? It's a scenario. And it's given on the premise that the scenario or the accusation is true. What are the next steps? His thing was, I don't have enough black people or black men to help me with that. That's already an ant. That don't make sense because I seen this same nigga be inside of a fucking live stream meetup, be able to shit on women and whatever black people else all by himself.
even if I grant like Mr. Fantastic, because I see what Mr. Fantastic is saying for sure. Like these are like systems that are very complex. It will take probably years and maybe like a lot of money and litigation, and it gets kind of really messy and long though, right? But even if I do grant you like that Kafka-esque sort of like example, you don't still think this is just one of those things that's just worth fighting on? Like what's the saying goes? Like it's worth like dying on this hill. You don't think that's something?
No. For the sake of when your child is involved, no. If it's going to cost my child more anguish going through the process, and there's an easier, better way for my child to be successful, I'm going to choose the better, successful path for the sake of my child. I can't make this a prideful thing. If it's open, cut, and dry to where this person is a racist and they posting racist things and they're recorded saying racist things, or there are people on the faculty that prove and atone to it. Of course, now you're being weak. Well, my understanding was that isn't the case here. Even Cheeky wants to make it that way. That is not the lens from where August was speaking from. So, August wasn't saying that, hey, this is a known racist for sure.
Hamp, real quick, it's gonna be real quick, I promise.
Okay,
just
go ahead.
like because Hamp says this a lot. Like they say, like I make like future generations look weak. Like what if like not our, but like what if your predecessors took that same stance, like during like the civil rights era and all that other stuff that was going on in the 60s. Like I just can't imagine.
Well, you got to think about it. So Black Dawn,
like you don't think that's like problematic? Like
no.
Just be like,
the thing is, Black Dawn, we only hear the stories that are like the notable stories. Do you think more black people marched than black people walked away from direct racism?
I think. Well, I don't even know.
Well, answer the question
I'm just gonna say I think more people walked away, but the fact that
yes, because you had to. The climate and the system was designed to where even though a small few stood strong and stood tall, and then they became a group, as August is trying to give the example, to finally come against the whole entire system. Before it reached a fever pitch for enough people to get upset enough or tired enough or whatever it is to stand up, there were years upon years of black people just simply walking away and not fighting it because the system was built around you as to where if you try to do it yourself, you're going to suffer.
I don't know.
So I hate when we
just
try
found
to.
it very interesting that nobody needs any encouragement or a group of people
Yeah,
to
like-
shit on black people, but they need some kind of group to have some defense for their kid or avocation for their
something that is
kid
like-
in a scenario. Like,
Well, I'm trying to. What's the shitting on
like,
black
this shit
people though?
don't
I'm
make no
confused.
sense.
It's infinitely more like like I said, I'm not a rumble tumble type of dude, but if my child was like, hey, the principal called me the hard R, that's we active. Like that's just not gonna happen.
Well, no,
I find that
and
there's
again,
some-
like I said,
I'm gonna
but
be, like-
even in that, Black Dawn, you guys. I'm not saying you're doing this maliciously, right? Everyone is adding a caveat to it or changing the scenario. I'm going by the blanket statement that there is a racist principle there. Not that he's been proven to be racist, not that he was directly fucking racist at the thing. When I heard August say it, I just heard like niggas say every day, oh, them white folks racist, them crackers racist, this white person racist, so on and so forth, right? That's the way I'm looking at the situation. When you start adding all these different things to it, of course, Black Dawn, if my kid comes home and tell me that anybody, I don't give a fuck if it was the janitor, okay? If the janitor called my fucking son a fucking hard R, okay? This motherfucker gonna be upside down.
Okay, but like, why did you give them the benefit? Okay, so if that's the case, then August said that he wouldn't do anything at all.
No, he didn't say he wouldn't do anything. He said he would move his child because
No, I
again,
meant like
it's
you
too
wouldn't
difficult of a task.
When I meant like not do anything, like you would be confrontational with something.
Yeah, but that's
You'll be
but
like,
then
yeah.
too, like say that's what I'm saying too. So you're only looking at this as if it's directly to his child. There are people as to where that are said to be racist, but or let's just say teachers that are problematic. And I asked my son about the teachers that I've heard other parents or other people talk about, and he's like, "Yeah, I never had any inkling to do with them." So even your kids can tell you shit, Black Dawn.
But
Your kids will tell you the
Hold on, I just need some. I just need to make sure.
Why did you get
I need to make sure something real quick, Black Dawn.
Yeah.
It's not a benefit of doubt. I'm not giving a benefit of doubt.
Or Hamp, when have you ever seen anybody that has criticisms or making a issue vocal, a black conservative that you know of, when have they ever needed any encouragement to do so?
Criticize? Never.
To make any and is willing
Yeah,
to take whatever backlash comes with the criticism and go, I still believe what I believe. Tell me who name one conservative that you know of that needed that extra oomph to do that shit.
Yeah, I understand what Cheeky is conveying. I'm just gonna reiterate it. People make assertions, assumptions, and speculations all the time about an entire community based on one social media post. So now, Mr. Fantastic, you're making the argument of how do we know? Well, we do it every day.
Man.
What's the difference in this principle, right? If you're
Nigga found one abuser that beat a bitch twice and went to jail and said black women love abusers.
Because here's the thing,
No,
Mr.
man,
Fantastic.
but-
I understand you saying what people say and what you would need to prove in order to get this person ostracized or taken out is a different level of what's the word, burden, right? Your kid fucking said it though, right? So my kid, and I'm assuming based on this scenario that the kid has understand what he's being subject to, right? And the kid tells you this, right? And so now that's how you approach it. At the very least, approach it. Remove my kid, run from who, when, ever. That don't make no sense to me. Especially when I'm staunch. When I say I'm about that. You heard? If I say I'm about that, if I'm putting my foot down, if I'm sick and tired of the matriarchy, if I'm saying the nuclear family is the only thing I'm responsible for that makes me a great man, when it's time to protect that nuclear family, I don't do it, put them in a fucking bathroom.